everyone, Gail from Woolswap. How are you? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to my latest episode of Woolswap, and glad to see you here. And I want to do a big shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for liking my channel. That keeps me going, so thank you so much. And if you don't know anything about Woolswap, it's a yarn matching service that I run, and I open it up every 2 months. And what you do is you sign up, pay a small registration fee, and then what I do is I match you up with another like-minded yarny lover. And it could be in your own country or it could be worldwide. And then what you do is you start chatting, and then you put together a lovely yarn parcel and send it off. And you never know, you might make a lifelong yarny friend. So I encourage you, if you haven't have a look, go check out my website. All the details will be linked below. And actually this month it's actually running again. So like I said, it's open every 2 months. So it's open now for 2 weeks until the 15th of May. So if you wanted to give it a go, now's your chance. And also, if you sign up to Woolswap, you get exclusive discounts to some small businesses in the industry. So we have like yarn dyers, we have people who make accessories, and I'll just let you know who I've got this round. So I've got Auntie Nat Knits, who is from Australia, and she makes gorgeous project bags and accessories for anyone that loves yarn. And then we have Yarn Over New York, who is from New York, and Jessie, she hand dyes yarn. And then I have Sensei Creations from India, and she's an indie dyer. And then we've also got Coast Yarns, who is another Australian indie dyer. So if you do sign up, you will get an exclusive discount. So I do encourage you to go check them out, help support these small businesses, and I'll put all their details and links below where you can go and check out what they sell and stuff. Okay, cool. So this round I wanted to come to you because I've got a couple of finished projects, which is, oh my god, few and far between if you've been following me, because I can't stop casting on stuff, so that's why. And then I've got some happy mail. So, well, without further ado, here is one of my finished projects. This is my Aurora cardigan by Pip & Pen, and the yarn is by Skein Yarn, who is out of New South Wales in Australia, and they're one of my favourite indie dyers. I love their yarn. Anyway, I had this on the needles, this yarn in particular. I bought it for another pattern. I knit half of it and then thought, yeah, I don't know, it's just not doing it for me. So I ripped it back, and then I cast on the Aurora cardigan, and it has this beautiful mock kind of cabling there. Not sure if you can see that there. So I did have a little bit of issues with this. As you can see, I don't have a band on it, because the front band, because I actually I knitted it all up, did my band, and it was uneven and it kept curling up. So then I did a bit of research to find out what I'd done wrong, and then a few people on social media said to me, well, maybe you should block it first and then do it. So I unpicked it, blocked it, and then recast it on, still the same thing. Did it 3 times, and then I thought, you know what, heck, I'm done. So it actually works all right, and actually works okay without it, I think. I didn't want it so it, I didn't want it so it closed up or had buttons or anything. So I'm very, very happy. And it's just nice and light to, it's done in 4-ply. And yeah, I love it. And another thing, the designer of the pattern asked me, had I alternated my skeins of yarns while I was knitting it, and which I do with any indie dyed yarn. And I said yes, and she said, well, that will make one side skew whiff, which is what happened. So good tip, if I'm not because it's not in the round, it probably doesn't make much difference to do it by doing that. And maybe if I hadn't alternated, I could have got them even, but anyway, end result, I'm happy. And it's a first finished item for 2023, so I've got to be happy about that. Woohoo! Let me know if you've finished any items and what's your, how long it took. I had this on the needles since like June 2020. Goodness, way too long, eh? What's your longest thing that's been on your needles? Let me know. Comment below. Love to hear. Okay, so I've got another finished item. Here's my scrappy socks. I did talk about these in my last video because I follow everything that shapes us on Instagram, and she does a scrappy sock cowl every year, and so these are mine. And they never match, so I just randomly pulled them out of my little mini jar. But I love them, they've turned out nice. So yeah, haven't worn them yet because I've been waiting to show on my video, but it is starting to get cold here in Perth because actually I'm coming to you from Perth in Australia this time, because if you have been following me for a wee while, in October last year we moved from Brisbane over to Perth. So I think it's going to be a little bit colder winter here in Perth, but I'm loving it. I can wear all my hand knitted socks. So yeah. So I was very happy with these. These are just plain vanilla pattern. So yeah. So nice and soft and squishy. So they're done. Right, so I wanted to, I've had a lot of happy mail lately, so I wanted to show you some of that. All right, so these are just random. I'll just grab them out of my, so I joined, and she's actually local to me, a monthly sock club by Rainbows and Sprinkles. She's actually from Western Australia as well, just actually one suburb over from where I'm living. And she was doing a knit and sip mystery yarn club. And this is the March one. So it's sock yarn. So you got a skein of yarn, and this one is colourway Geneva, and it's luscious sock base, 4-ply, 100 grams, 85% merino, 15% nylon. And so paley pink, it's got some greens. Oh, out in focus. She dyes a lot of bright stuff. I've purchased from her quite a bit. And anyway, also with that you get a local or an Australian gin. So you get this 50ml bottle of gin. And in this one, we got some tonic. As well, this is pink tonic. So I haven't opened this yet, but I will. So I do like gin. So yes, so I subscribed for, I think I've done February, March, April was my last one, which I will show you in my next video. But I do believe she's not doing it anymore. You'll have to check, I'll put her details below, you'll have to check out her website. She does have a whole heap of other different mystery sock clubs, or yeah, she's got some gorgeous yarn, so go check it out. So yeah, so very happy with that. Ooh. I'm trying out a new format today. Yeah, so just you can see my backdrop. And okay, some more happy yarn. So I've been trying to find some, you know, because the cost of postage and the exchange rate is not favourable for me to buy from overseas indie dyers at the moment, so I've been focusing on Australian ones. But I love the ones I've just been found. So I found another one, and I didn't know until I purchased that they were actually from Perth as well. An indie dyer called Love and Speckles. I'll put their details below. And she had a bit of a sale a wee while ago, so I thought I'll get on board, and I ordered some twist sock. And so this is 85% superwash merino and 20% nylon. And so I got, so Daisy, I'll just put this up here. So I got 2 of this colour. Which is named Polly. So I got 2 skeins of that. I got 2 skeins of this kind of lemony yellow, and this one is Pollen. And same twist sock. I just like the detail in it. And then also got, I got 1 skein of those. And then I've got 2 skeins of this beautiful kind of green Candle Vine, this one's called. And so these together, I'm going to make the hooded, or let me just check my notes, sorry. The hooded shawl cardigan by Suzanne Summers. Now, when I first discovered Ravelry a few years back, and all these beautiful indie dyers and all these beautiful knitwear designers with their patterns, this is one of my first ever patterns that I purchased online. I have never made it, and I've just been waiting, but I think this is it. This is going to be it. I'll put the details below of the pattern. Also, I'll insert a picture so you can see what it's going to look like. So yes, so eventually I'm going to try and cast this on. I reckon it's going to be lovely. Because I've just, previously I'm a yarn shopper where I don't buy for a specific pattern, and I have a million little one-off skeins. So I've decided to kind of knit with more purpose, purchase with more purpose this time, and actually for patterns and yarn specifically for patterns and wool swappers, of course. So yes, can't wait to cast this on. Maybe this might be my next one. So yeah, so hopefully that's all going to go well together. And the last thing I want to show you is I belong to a knitting group, Zoom knitting group, that meets every Monday night, and they're all from America. And so I Zoom in on a Tuesday morning, which is perfect for me. And I've been attending that group for most weeks where I can since COVID, so for 3 years now, and we've all become really special friends. They all had never met, and because they're all spread out all over the States, but they did meet last year and went to Rhinebeck, the yarn festival, and I was so jealous because obviously I was here in Australia and I couldn't go, but yeah, they just all turned out to be such wonderful friends. And so because we recently moved and we're settling into a new house, one of the knitting ladies, Patty, and hi Patty if you're watching, she sent me a wonderful gift just out of the blue, and this is it. So she sent me this gorgeous llama bag that she's made, handmade. Girl can't have enough project bags, right? She's handmade this, and it's got pockets here and drawstrings. Perfect. But Anne, she sent me this wonderful ball holder. So it's to stop your caked up skeins from, you know, untangling and getting so you don't get that yarn bath. So yeah, and her husband made it. So she sent one for every person, but she sent it to me as a housewarming gift. I was so excited. It came out of the blue. So yeah, so thank you so much, Patty. I love it. Okay, well, that's about it. But comment below what you're working on, whereabouts you are, whereabouts you're coming from in the world. And yeah, and if you get a chance and haven't joined Woolswap yet, or you have joined Woolswap and you're thinking about rejoining, please jump on board. And I'll see you next time. So stay safe and well. See ya.